Hello and welcome to our channel. Once again, we're back with another Dear and Sadie and P episode. I was about to screw it up again. Let's go.
What are you gonna say? Dear Sadie and P, I have an intense connection to a woman who is quite closely associated with me on a daily basis. She's 35 years older than me and also married to a man. I'm very intuitive and sense that she may be experiencing similar feelings, although unsure of how to distinguish. I've been wondering how she would look dressed up, and she came into my work with her hair down and all dressed to impress, as she did. I want to respect my personal boundaries of not involving myself with someone who's already in a commitment, though I sometimes believe that we meet others to ignite our situations if we've been stuck within the wrong place for too long. It's very possible this is just platonic, and having a big heart, I instantly just want to give comfort when it feels welcoming, as this does to a degree. You two certainly give me hope. I found that focusing on yourself is key to any relationship. It's a tough situation because, like you said, you never know what destiny has planned for you. Like, for example, if you were married already, when I met you, it would have been tough because I would have felt more uncomfortable about making a move.
I mean, I had actually a situation like that where I was married and I met this girl. She was from UK. And there was a lot of attraction going on between me and her, and it was quite obvious because she tried to touch my leg, and there were moments where you can actually feel it in the air. Like there's not a chance that I was imagining it or anything like that. So, but what do you do? I mean, basically, she knows I'm married, and I know I'm married.
So you didn't act on it?
I didn't act on it. That's all. What I find interesting about this letter is that she's having these feelings because she is wanting to get unstuck from a older situation, an older pattern. And I feel like if she thinks like that, there must be some truth to that. I think that they should keep the friendship going on, and if there is any chance where she actually feels that she can open up about her feelings, but it has to be kind of like not forced, it has to come organic. It has to happen organically, if ever. That would be my 2 cents. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, the same basically, just keep the friendship, and then if it evolves into something a little bit more, then you need to have the talk, like, would you leave your husband for me? That kind of a talk. And if the answer is no, like, don't get involved. It's not worth it.
I mean,
unless you're into polyamory.
Exactly.
That's also fun. But tell the husband
I doubt that. I doubt that. Not many people are, so.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a little bit too soon to say, would you leave your husband for me? I mean,
it has to evolve.
Many things have to happen before getting there. So, yeah.
Let's do another one. This was pretty short.
Dear Sadie and P, I'm 34 now. This is going to be a long-ass, unrequited, unexpressed love story with no ending to it whatsoever, so please bear with me. I was 13 when this happened. Oh my gosh, and now she's 34. I was taken to my church to sign up for Sunday school. I was standing under the church bell when someone introduced me to the lady who was to be my Sunday school teacher. Let's call her S. A feeling of immense warmth gushed through me the moment I saw S. I fell in love with her the very second. It has been 21 years since that day, and my love for her still continues. It was a surreal moment. I still don't know how and why I immediately knew where she stays. She was an absolute stranger, but I just knew where she stays. Wow. She taught me for 2 years. I have always had a severe social anxiety, so I hated going to school and missed many classes in a week. But for the 2 years that she taught me catechism in the church, I never missed a single Sunday. That's great. She's a devout? She's a devout Catholic, and I know she isn't even slightly gay. She's 18 years older than me. But something about the way she used to look at me, the way she used to touch me, gave me butterflies and filled me with hope. I used to call her from payphones to just hear her voice every single day and run for my life before she calls back on that number. I was grocery shopping once a few years ago. She kept waiting outside the store till I stepped out to talk to me. We were in a procession once, so she came and walked right in front of me, even though that spot wasn't the closest from where she was standing to join. These simple things stood out to me because I am an extreme introvert, so people don't really come to me to just have a small talk. That made me think that maybe she liked me too. The sad part is I never told her about my feelings, as she is a mother and is happily married, but every waking hour for the past 21 long years I have been thinking about her, and I go to sleep each night thinking about her, making stories in my head, imagining her next to me. What a waste of such intense feelings, when she has no idea someone far away loves her so deeply. I wish I could obliterate her from my mind so I could use that time and energy to do something meaningful. Just wanted to share this story with you guys, as I could never share it with anyone else in my life. I'm out to very few people. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should also add that very first time my love for her made sense and felt validated is when I found your channel 6 years ago. Until that day, I had never seen or heard of any age gap lesbian love. Also partly because I grew up in Asia and LGBT relationships are still looked down upon. Unfortunately.
Damn.
But thank you so much for sharing your story, and it's a very private story, I guess.
Hearing this just gave me flashbacks of when I had a crush on my Turkish teacher in like middle school. And it was so intense for me that to this day, I see her in my dreams. And I have moments with her, like in my dreams, where we hug, or, you know, she actually loves me back. And it was so intense. And I know what that feels like. And I knew she was straight. And like you said, she's straight, married, kids.
Yeah.
It's so impossible and so unrequited.
Yeah. In this case, I would never suggest you to talk to her openly. Yeah. This is not that kind of context, in my opinion, of course, but I feel like because you've been in love with this person for 21 years, it has a different meaning, definitely. It's this platonic kind of, love, of course, is serving you somehow. So I advise you to reflect upon the meaning of the way you feel, rather than I should tell her, or she should know, or anything like that. Because she is like her energy, she's causing like this spark in you, which is something that has to do with you and your life. I don't know what it is, but I really encourage you to reflect upon what, not upon, I can possibly have a relationship with this person, but rather upon what is it and why you're feeling this way, and what is it, in which way is serving you. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, thinking about when the way I feel about that Turkish teacher I used to have, and how I'm still so, having these feelings for her in my dreams, I feel like it's about something her energy represents is something that I need in my life, maybe, but she isn't the right person to give me that. And the thing is, I've never met another person quite like that to fill that hole, like in my heart. So my mind, I guess, keeps going back to her as the representation of that. But who knows, maybe in the future I'm going to meet somebody, no offense, but I'm going to meet somebody, it's possible, who has that certain energy that I've been looking for, or like that I feel that I love or that I need. And it's going to be like a closed cycle. Or maybe not. Maybe in another life.
I have a
Who knows?
theory.
Okay, what's your theory? Give it to me.
When you feel that particular feeling, I believe that, even in this case, that it's almost like you have met yourself. It's almost like you have met the match, what is matching your own personal energy. So sometimes we don't know ourselves, we don't know our energy, we don't know really, truly, deeply what our soul is all about. And sometimes it's only when we see it in somebody else that we recognize it, and we're so much attracted to that. So that's where I was getting to, that softness that you're talking about your teacher, that just it has a quality, a specific, unique quality that is actually maybe you, and you are recognizing it in another person. So it's not really about having a life and sharing a life with that specific person. It's actually recognizing yourself in somebody else, recognizing your energy. So that's why maybe that's a way of leading you towards on this path of self-discovery.
I have another theory.
Okay.
And it's kind of like what you said, but it's a different theory. I feel like we're like split souls in a way. And it's almost like, you know, the soul shatters into maybe a million pieces and goes into different people. So there's like a part of you there somewhere, and it's like a family kind of feeling. And maybe there's this feeling of homesickness that we experience on this planet. And when we find somebody who has that little
Signature.
crumb of our greater soul, let's say, we find it like so attractive. But it's not always the case that you get to have a romantic relationship with this person. I guess.
Exactly.
In my case, it wasn't.
I hope this helps, really. Write us back. Again, I really always encourage you guys to write us back, because we're curious to know, to have any follow-up. So thank you again for tuning in, and write to us more. We love to hear from you, and thank you for supporting you. We love you guys. Bye bye. See you next time.